Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Paradoxic, and the first official teaser trailer has been released for Disney Pixar's Lightyear. Lightyear. This is a movie that's happening, and it's based on not the toy Buzz Lightyear from the Toy Story movies, but the actual kind of real life astronaut that the toy in the movie is actually based on. So I think in that kind of story in itself, he is also like a human who's a space ranger and everything. So I think well, it could be some other kind of race, but. Um, he's like the space ranger and everything, and like this movie is actually meant to tell the tales of the actual real life space ranger. So I think I think this is meant to be. I think the very least that it is a spin-off. That much is for sure. Like the very least it is a spin-off from the Toy Story universe. But I think I think this isn't really meant to connect to the Toy Story movies in any way, so I think it's not going to be like your usual Toy Story movie. It's not going to like you're not really meant to go in with any prior knowledge of the other characters, but at least knowing Buzz Lightyear and actually knowing who he is and what he is going to be a very kind of useful kind of piece of information to have. So yeah, this one, I think I actually do. I vaguely remember reading I think there was like a very short comic released years and years back when I was like 10 or 11. Well, I read it. I read it when I was around that age. I have no idea like when the comic was actually released, but it was like a very very brief kind of short kind of like 10-20 page long kind of comic of Buzz at kind of Space Ranger Academy, and it was like actually him and his crew of other Space Rangers, and then them kind of fighting Zurg and everything. I believe his name was Zurg. I'm pretty sure his name was Zurg. But it was like that one was also like a story based on the actual kind of Space Ranger and not the toy, but it was actually still kind of like from the same kind of Toy Story franchise, and it was actually showcasing one of his many adventures and everything. So that is the most I've consumed in terms of the actual kind of Buzz Lightyear kind of actual kind of character and everything. So this is that kind of movie, and also the only other thing I know about this is that Chris Evans, Captain America himself, is actually voicing Buzz Lightyear, and so I'm very intrigued because I think. It's Tim Allen who actually voices him in the Toy Story movies and stuff. So I'm very curious as to how different this might be and how similar they might make it, but also how different kind of Chris's version might be and how it could I think like whether or not people like it or enjoy it is up to them. But I'm very curious as to what kind of a take he's going to provide because again I think the voice that Tim Allen provided, of course, was that I feel very kind of unique to the toy and its existence too. Like that Buzz eventually in the first movie. Actually, I mean, he spent like half the movie actually thinking he was like a real space ranger because that's what he was designed to do as a toy. But then, from the third act, from like half of the second act onwards, he then came to the realization that he was just a toy and everything. So then from that point onwards, he was then modeled by Tim to then, live on the rest of his kind of life, actually knowing that he was just a piece of plastic with some buttons and wires and cool LEDs and everything. So, but with this one, he's meant to be voicing like the actual character with the actual kind of lived like kind of experiences and that kind of history and everything. So I am very curious to know exactly what kind of story this is going to be. If it's going to be something like really dramatic and action-packed, or if it's just going to still be some kind of fun family film. So I guess we can only wait and see. And I think I presume that the other Space Rangers, the other Space Rangers might be in this too. Maybe actually showcasing like a little bit about his team and everything. But I do wonder if they're going to be bringing Zurg into this, and if they're actually going to have him facing off against like another enemy, or like exactly what kind of stories in Buzz Lightyear's life is going to tell. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I've been intrigued since they announced it, and I've been like, you know what, I'm going to wait for a trailer and see exactly how this actually pans out and everything, and now a teaser trailer is here. So, yeah, the first official teaser for Lightyear. Not even Buzz Lightyear, just Lightyear. Just like, because at this point they expect they expect you to know exactly who the character is, so just Lightyear. So, yeah, let's see what's in store for us.
Go. Vital, go. Guide, go, bud.
Cabin pressurization is underway.
As we prepare for ignition. Flight recorders are on.
Damn, they got crystals powering the thing. Star Command. 2022, okay. We're pretty close.
We have liftoff.
Okay. Oh, is he flying into the sun? No, just going around the sun. Oh, just like slingshotting around the sun. Yeah. Oh, seeing Buzz with hair. That's weird, seeing him with hair. To infinity and beyond. Oh. Oh. Oh boy. Oh, he's got a cat too. Yeah. Oh, there's the purpley. Yeah. Zerg. Was that Zerg? Ah. Okay.
To infinity?
And
Beyond. Okay. Okay. Summer 2022. Okay, that was an interesting trailer. That was a very, very interesting kind of trailer. So yeah, I think as you could probably expect, I was eagerly awaiting some kind of voice voice work from this trailer. I was eagerly awaiting to see what he would actually sound like and like how he would do it. And I think they gave us they teased us. They teased us with that one line at the end and like some kind of like onomatopoeia-ish kind of stuff early on, but little to nothing in terms of the voice, which I think they might try and say for the actual official trailer. But I think with this one, it's mostly very, very visually explicit and mostly actually just like through the actual through actual kind of scenery and different clips and everything, actually showing us okay, this is going to be the story. He's at Star Command. I think he's probably working and probably graduated and become a space ranger and everything. So yeah, sort of a bit of I am trusting he is human. I'm trusting he is human, and he does if that's the case, then the most logical kind of explanation would be that he actually does just work from a very, very futuristic kind of Earth and everything with what we saw with the rockets and the technology they have, they power their spaceship their spaceships with crystals and everything. I was gonna say the Marvel fanatic in me was about to say Terrigen. but I was like, no, it's just regular shiny powerful crystals and everything. Maybe even an Infinity Stone somewhere down the line, but no, just regular kind of powerful crystals that they either created or found or something, just a good fuel source and everything. So, and it can go hyperdrive and everything, and I can actually fly him around the sun and everything. That was a super risky move, but it's Buzz Lightyear. He does some risky stuff. So yes, I think at the very end they showed the suits. At the very end they showed the suits with the actual multicolor button and the big bulky thing with the dome and everything and stuff, and even the actual kind of the purple kind of hat thing that he usually that he wore throughout all of Toy Story. I think seeing Buzz with hair, that was just the most kind of the most out of the ordinary thing. Actually seeing Buzz with hair, with some actually spikily brown hair and everything, it's just it's just the weirdest thing. Because again, I think it growing up, part of what made me wonder for so long whether or not he was actually human was because because he was a toy that was already molded and already cemented in his appearance. I was wondering does he have any hair under there? Does he have an actual human body, or is he all tentacles and other kind of secret arms in somewhere or something? The entire time I was actually, most of it. I think I'm pretty sure by the time I got to 2 or 3, I was actually okay, he must be a human. Because I think otherwise that they would have actually mentioned something. But I think he is a human from the future, and he's from this really advanced kind of time and everything. And he is a space ranger because of that. So that's there. But I think seeing him with hair here and seeing him without the suit and his kind of iconic kind of costume and everything is definitely different. So I think in that sense too, I think it's a very peculiar take on an origin story on this character, because I think he's mostly known for being a toy. He's mostly known for being like an actual toy within this kind of universe. Actually giving people a movie where he's actually a real person is definitely an interesting take, but also maybe for people who have actually consumed the actual Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger stories too, maybe it's actually like a nostalgia trip for them, and for them it's an actual other kind of canon piece of material actually come to life and everything. So it's a very interesting take on Buzz Lightyear to do. So for that I applaud them, and summer 2022, that's really not that far away either. Just remember the release date. So Yeah, and he's got like I think a glimpse at the end of like another crewmate. I think Zerg. I feel like they might have been teasing Zerg when that kind of those two doors opened up and you see the smoke and you see that red light too. I feel like that might have been like a little tease of Zerg. So I think with this one too, if they are doing Zerg, I think it's going to be probably another kind of hero versus villain story. I mean, that is kind of simplifying it, but I think at the same time, it's like, I think, like, I think from what I remember, like, even from what I remember of Zerg, it's like, like, his thing was, I think, I can't even remember what he wanted in the movie. I think literally all all I remember about Zerg from the original movies is that he just wanted, he was the sworn enemy of Buzz and the rest of Star Command. He was, like, that's it. Like I think, I don't remember if he actually had any kind of plans, or if he had any kind of major weapons, or what he had. Like, he had like weapons in the video game that Rex and Buzz played in 2, I think it was, but I don't remember if they actually gave him like any sense of a backstory. Like he just seemed like your run of the mill kind of robot villain that Buzz had to fight, and it was like that kind of a story, like a hero versus villain thing. So I'm wondering if they are going to do Zerg for this one, then are we going to get like an actual fleshed out kind of hero, like a superhero versus villain story? And it's like, and I think especially because like Buzz isn't really kind of painted to be a superhero. He's a space ranger. He's like a regular dude in like an astronaut suit, and he has these skills and he has these years of technical knowledge from studying at the academy, and he's like that skilled of a person. But I think this is going to bring Buzz Lightyear to us in a whole new way too. Like in this one, he's actually going to be like an actual space ranger, and he's actually going to be living out this story and living out these adventures, and actually actually showing us what Star Command and being a space ranger is all about and everything. So it's going to be like a very different kind of take, and like this is going to be the like Buzz Lightyear, but even if he was a toy, he'd just spend the entire movie thinking everything was actually real and everything. So yeah, and I'm curious to know who else is in this movie too. I think I'm sure Chris Evans can't be the only big name. I mean, he is leading it, but I'm pretty sure he can't possibly be the only big name in this movie, or even the only worthwhile name. So definitely going to be having a look at the cast list to see who else is in this. But yeah, I look forward to seeing whatever Chris does with this. I'm sure, like he has expressed like countless times how he is not only a fan of Disney and like animated movies in general. Like he has expressed countless times how much of a fan he is, and how much of an admirer he is of like the animated movie format. But he's also like a huge Disney fan at heart, and that includes Toy Story 2. So I have no doubt that he will, put his utmost effort and work into this, and I think it's also good to see him being able to actually passionately move on from something like Marvel onto something else that he's actually still comfortable doing. So I think, because I think a lot of people thought he'd be moving on from Disney as a whole and focusing on other projects or focusing on like indie stuff or something. But I think, like seeing him still being able to actually passionately go on to equally big projects and equally big kind of blockbuster stuff. Even outside of Marvel, is still like a really kind of solid thing to see that he's actually still able to be passionate about these things and still able to be a part of big things. So yeah, I am very eager to see what Chris does with this and how he nails it, and how he helps everyone else actually bring this kind of film together too. And actually seeing like a story like this is going to be, I think, something really unique and something really refreshing from this universe too. So yeah, it should be fun. It should be fun. I don't really know, if there's anything else to say about this. I mean, it does make me wonder, right? Because I doubt that they. I doubt that they've got this planned, and even if they have, I think they're probably going to keep it under wraps for now, just to see how this one does. But I think I like, it does make me wonder, if they might ever do I think. Because all the most of the toys are basically merchant. I feel like most of the toys should be merchandise. Like I think Buzz is the most obvious one because he's the newest. Even in the first movie, he was basically like the newest fad. Like, oh, Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger was the newest kind of trend and everything for toys for kids to actually play with and everything. So that happens, and I think like Buzz came in, and then Cowboys and stuff like Jesse, and I think what's the dude, the conductor, not the conductor, I think what was his name? The constrictor. No, what the fuck was that old dude's name? God, I'm gonna look that up. What was his name? The not the constructor. The Stinky Pete, yeah, but he had another name. He the prospector, the fucking not the conductor, the prospector, Stinky Pete, the prospector, yeah. He even talked about how when Buzz Lightyear came out, when the Space Ranger toy came out, that was what a lot of kids then wanted to be like they moved on from wanting to be cowboys and cowgirls and all that kind of stuff to then wanting to be astronauts and space explorers and all these different kinds of things. And then because of that, the attention moved on, and then their show was cancelled, and then that's when Stinky Pete's kind of vengeance plan started to come into effect and everything, and he just developed an intense hatred for other toys as a whole. So yeah, so then it doesn't, and I think especially because Woody as well. I mean, to be fair, Woody is a toy, but then Woody is a toy, but then even his story was based on a puppet at the same name. Like his whole thing was actually being a puppet on an actual show with Jesse and Pete and fuck, I'm forgetting the horse's name now. What was the horse's name? Jesus, I don't know why I'm forgetting all these names. What was the horse's name? Where's the horse? Where's the fucking horse? What was the horse's name? Not Slinky, that's the dog. What was the horse? Jesus. I am so bad. I am so fucking bad with this. Bullseye, I think that's the most obvious name for the horse. I forget it. Bullseye, yeah. So he was on that show with Jesse and Pete and Bullseye as well, and everything. So they actually had their own TV show that actually started off those characters and those appearances and that kind of culture and everything around cowboys and sheriffs and everything. Woody was I think he was a cowboy, but he was also he was Sheriff Woody. He was actually Sheriff Woody, but he dressed like a cowboy too and everything with his hat and his boots and everything else. So there was that, but then that started the TV show, and then the TV show created the merchandise that was the toys that we saw in Toy Story 2, like Pete and Bullseye and everyone. So I'm wondering, because they teased it in that movie. I think maybe most of what we saw in that movie was actually still what all there really was to it. Like that TV show was all there really was to it. So I think making an actual movie on the Woody character probably wouldn't really be too worthwhile. And I think the core essence of that kind of story was the fact that they were all simplistic kind of puppets that then created this story and got kids' attention and garnered love and attention, but before it moved onto Space Rangers and everything. So I think remaking that with any kind of animation or God forbid live action probably wouldn't do as well, or probably wouldn't really sell as well, because then it takes away from the kind of it takes away from what the original kind of story was, and takes away from the meaning of that story too, the fact that they were actually so simplistic and still managed to gain some love before something new came in and took over the market. So I think that one probably wouldn't work. But I think, I don't know if they're still, I don't know if they're still doing it, but I think even after Toy Story 3, but then long before Toy Story 4, because I think Toy Story 4, I think was the one that they finally pushed for, and then they actually finally got it in the end, and that was yeah, okay, this is the very fucking end of the actual movies and everything. But even between 3 and 4, we had a handful of animated shorts that did really well, and still managed to tell the story, to actually tell the tale of the toys in Bonnie's hands, and what kind of an adventure they got up to, and then 4 was the actual ending. 4 was the actual character ending for Woody. I think 4 was the actual kind of character conclusion for Woody and everything, and presumably even the rest of the toys too. So I think I don't know if they're actually still going to do any kind of shorts that short, because I think the shorts were I feel like the shorts were the way of keeping the story and the characters alive after 3, and then 4 was the one where it's we've seen how much people missed the series since 3, and they're really enjoying the shorts. So then maybe we really can go back for one final movie and then call it a day there. So yeah, so long story short, I don't really think that they can really do this kind of a movie or this kind of story with many of the other characters, but seeing it happen with Buzz is very, very interesting. So I eagerly await seeing what they can do with it. So yeah, but yeah, that was my reaction and review for Lightyear, the official teaser trailer. So I am very very excited to see potentially even more trailers for this, as they probably will like have to, and then actually seeing the movie next year, next summer and everything. So it should be fun. But yeah, that is it. That was my official reaction review. So thank you guys, as always, so much for being here and for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then salt and burn that like button. Comment on what you thought of the trailer and what you're looking forward to, and any kind of theories or hopes you have for this kind of for this movie, and what you'd like to see. And if you read any of the comics, or if you consumed any kind of original Buzz Lightyear kind of stories from way back when, and if there's anything you hope that they adapt into this or include in this or anything like that, then do share it down in the comments. And yeah, that is pretty much it. So I will see you guys next time.